Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the official U of A debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org.
Welcome to another edition of Wildcat Weekly with head coach Kevin Sumlin. Wildcats back on the road Saturday night. They take on the UCLA Bruins in Pasadena. Coach, 7 games into the season. Your team doesn't have a bye here for a couple of weeks. Is this when the grind kind of sets in? Does this kind of become a gut check coming off one road game and going back on the road again?
Yeah, I think it sets in probably a little bit earlier for this situation, maybe last week, because of the short turnaround. So not only you're dealing with back-to-back road games, but last week was on a short week with travel to Utah for a Friday night game, which you maybe picked that up a little bit in this week with an extra day, but the short week last week, I think it has more of an effect later on down the road than people think.
Cole Tate's been injured. I think everyone's aware of that. Do you go in now with a separate game plan this week for 1, 2, or maybe 3 quarterbacks?
No, I don't think so. I think we've got to rep those guys and morph the game plan into what we feel like they're comfortable doing. And so the menu will be a little bit bigger for the play call sheet. But obviously to practice, it's more than just them that know what's going on. And what that menu looks like generally can be like not 3 different game plans, but really a bigger menu for our offense to choose from based on the quarterback.
Over on the defensive side, J.B. Brown's been getting some more playing time. He seems to be around the football a lot. Tell us about what his help has been, his addition helping out on defense.
Yeah, as a guy that I didn't even know, he's a linebacker. Somebody told me he was a running back at one point. So, but I think he has, obviously with the loss of 2 ends, Belknap, and really that really kind of hurt us. And then it gave him the opportunity to step up, and moving PJ around has given him a real opportunity because of the protection, because of everybody paying attention to PJ. I think that's really created some opportunities for him.
UCLA got up to a tough start this year, and then they played Washington to a touchdown and then beat California last week. What's better about the Bruins right now than 3 weeks ago?
I think right now you look at where they are, and turnover margin is a big deal. So they have done a nice job. They were protecting the ball early, weren't getting any turnovers. And in the last few weeks, they've been doing a great job. I think they're +4 for the year at this point, where early in the year they were in the negative numbers. And so when you're able to do that, and they're the leading punt return team in our league, you're talking about field position and really sudden change. And that's really helped them the last couple of weeks.
You and Chip Kelly have something in common. You've taken over a new program this year, and there's always that adjustment period. I think the fans are familiar with Chip when he was at Oregon, of course, but what is he installing at UCLA right now?
Well, I think it's, he's the way he did things at Oregon. You can't argue with the success of the program and where he took them, I think that he's happy to be back on the West Coast, and he's looking to do the same at UCLA. I know he was excited to get back into college football, and it'll be interesting because we like to recruit California ourselves, so I consider him a friend, but in these type of games you're friends for every day except for the 3.5 hours that you guys play each other.
I will ask you about one of the Bruin players. That's Dorian Thompson-Robinson, their starting quarterback, a young guy. What does he bring to the field?
He's extremely athletic. He was a guy that was highly recruited in high school out of Vegas, and and a really bright young man too. So he's a guy that you can see getting better every week. I think they lost their quarterback early in the year, which really forced him into a growth situation. And, unfortunately now they've kind of hit their stride right before they play us because he's gotten better. And I think, you see him being more and more comfortable every week. And our job is to try to make him uncomfortable this Saturday because he looked pretty good last Saturday night.
Oh, Cats are looking to do that on Saturday night when they take on the Bruins at the Rose Bowl, kickoff at 7:30. More of Wildcat Weekly right after this.
Life is what you make it. Full of endless possibilities and opportunities at every corner. In our fast-paced world, Hughes helps you with what matters most. Delivering dreams, adding value to your life. Where you bank matters. For you, your family, and your future. We are local, rooted in the community you call home. Join us on the journey of life. Hughes Federal Credit Union, ranked the #1 credit union in Arizona by Forbes.
Wildcat Football Weekly continues, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, ranked by Forbes as the #1 credit union in Arizona. Learn more at hughesfcu.org/Best Credit Union.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Wildcat Weekly. I'm Alex Eshelman. We are on the road again to UCLA, and I'm here with Jalen Harris. Jalen, you had a season-ending injury last year, but now you're back in action, ready to go. What was the key to conquering the recovery process?
I think in the training room, just working hard to get back. I had a shoulder injury, and it's a lot stronger now, and it feels fine.
And you come from a Wildcat family. Your dad was one of the all-time greats here. He was a captain his senior year. Your mom as well. She was a basketball player here. What does it mean to you to follow in their footsteps?
I mean, it means a lot. When in recruiting, they let me make my own decision. I wanted to be here, so it means a lot. They know what they're doing, and I listen to their advice.
Do you have a favorite piece of advice that either your mom or dad have given you in terms of how you're playing, how you tackle, how you learn to tackle?
Mostly I think they just told me effort in everything I do. That's what stands out. Not a lot of people do that, so that's my favorite thing that always sticks with me.
Do you have a particular favorite memory coming to a football game as a kid or a basketball game?
Not really, no.
All of it, just collective?
Yeah.
And so moving into UCLA this week, what are some key things that you're focusing on? Are you excited to play in an iconic stadium like the Rose Bowl?
Yeah, I've never been there before, so this will be my first game there. But we need to focus on defense, tackling. I think that's a big key this week.
And it's back-to-back road games. Are there any challenges that come along with that?
I think, like I said, the main part is focus and knowing what we're doing, studying the playbook, the game plan this week.
And just off, not talking about football for a second, you're planning to be a pre-business major.
Yes.
Why do you want to do pre-business?
Getting the sports management, I like management. I think of myself as a leader, so there's a lot of things I can do in the leadership roles there.
And when do you apply?
I'm applying in the fall, next fall.
Oh, awesome. Well, good luck. Good luck for that. Good luck this weekend. And we will be right back on the next Wildcat Weekly.
Thank you for watching Wildcat Football Weekly, presented by Hughes Federal Credit Union, home of the free U of A Visa debit card. Get yours today at hughesfcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.